Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another brand new edition of the Main Event Talk. Today is Monday, April 2nd. As you guys can tell, you probably have already seen the other editions of the Main Event Talk. I've released another one for WrestleMania 29. I would have released that sooner, but I didn't get a chance to because of work and everything else like that. So now I thought I'd take the liberty of going ahead and make another episode of the Main Event Talk, which is happening right here, right now. So before the main event gets started, I want to give a shout out to all the members of the Main Event Posse and Headbanger Incorporated that are watching this right now. To all my friends over at Kelsey Friends who are watching this right now, what's going on? To my best friend Stephanie Gonzalez, how's it going? To everyone at my friends over at Jameson's Bar and at Theo's Bar, big shout out to all of them and stuff. Also, I also want to give a shout out to the XS Lounge. For the first time, I decided that I'm going to go ahead and let them know about my main event talk being shown up. I've been coming over to that place. It's only open on like Fridays and Saturdays. That's the only really, the time it actually opens. I've been to that place many, many times. The only thing I hate about that place, the no hat policy. I hate it. Main event's always got to have his hat on every time, okay? That's the way it goes, because it fits the outfit. I mean, come on, everyone can agree. Without the hat, it doesn't fit all this, okay? I'm sorry, but nonetheless, a big shout out to everyone over at XS Lounge, to my friend Eric Wendell, who works there, to another good friend of mine, Glenn, who also works there, and my longtime arguably, to me, one of the best bartenders of all time, besides Eric Wendell and besides Glenn, Brian Sherman. Como estás, my man? You're in. Also, to everyone, my friends over in San Antonio, Texas, especially Israel, who's been keeping up with most of these shows, been wondering what's going on with me and stuff. And let's see if I got this correct. You hanged out with Joey, huh? A big shout out to Joey Zottage also, who probably watches this show over as well. And I hope we get a chance to see each other very, very soon, Joseph. You, me, Roman, and everybody else involved. Hell, we might as well get Israel involved. Fuck it. Get him over to San Antonio, bring his ass over here, talk about some old times, Moody High School, hang out with my friend George. And I haven't seen George Amazon much in a while, but I know he's been keeping up with the shows as well. One day, we all got to get together. All of us. Every single Moody High School Trojan that's watching this right now. Former Moody High School Trojan. Well, main event is still a Moody High School Trojan for life, no matter what. So, to Joey, to Joseph, to Roman, to Matt, to everyone, to Veronica, because she was a former Trojan as well. So, and that's about it. And also to my Erlinda, she's also been keeping up with the show as well. What's going on? How's everything? Well, let's get right into what we need to talk about. As you know, tonight, WWE Raw is taking place, and it's happening over at the UK. That's where it is. So obviously, it's not going to be live because it probably have already taken place and stuff, so it's being taped. So as you know, Monday Night Raw is going to happen. The main event I was about to say the main event. But tonight's main event involves 6 individuals. 3 that have made a huge impact, and 3 that are getting together for the first time, and 2 in particular are back together and have not been around each other in 3 years. Now, on one side you have The Shield. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. 3 of the hottest new stars in all of WWE. Now, whether anybody likes it or not, The Shield is the biggest thing going in the WWE. And I've said this many times on Facebook, I've said this many times on Twitter. I don't care what anyone thinks. The Shield is the hottest thing going in the WWE. They're 3 of the most talented men that I've seen in a long time. And these 3 men, and argue with me if you want to about this, I think they're way more talented than the NWO. That's my opinion. The Shield has created a tremendous impact in the past few months since Survivor Series of last year. They've taken out Team Hell No and Ryback. They've taken out Ryback, John Cena, and Sheamus. Even at WrestleMania, they took out The Big Show, Randy Orton, and Sheamus. Now, they're up against an opposing team, which, in my opinion, believe me, the main event believes in the Shield. I'll tell you that. But now they have the toughest task to date in their career in the WWE. You have Daniel Bryan and you have, let's see, Kane of Team Hell No, the World Tag Team Champions. But here is the kicker. Kane is in, right? And you know who else is in? For the first time in 3 years, The Undertaker makes his return to Monday Night Raw. And you know what that means? He teams up with his brother Kane. The Brothers of Destruction come back together for another destructive, entity. And I'll tell you something. No, nothing against the Shield. I like them, like I said. But now they have the toughest task in their hand by taking on a team that's more devastating than the Legion of Doom, more devastating than the APA, more destructive than the Skyscrapers. Think of any team you want to against Undertaker and Kane, the Brothers of Destruction. They have kicked every single person's ass in the WWE. I mean, just ask the APA. They know. They've went up against them. How about Triple H and Stone Cold Steve Austin? Oh yeah, they know what it's like. How about Diamond Dallas Page and Kanyon? Ask them that. The Hardys, ask them that. The Brothers of Destruction. When you put Kane and The Undertaker together, whew, it's bone-chilling. I mean, goddamn. Kane and The Undertaker together, they've been tag team champions. They've been WCW World Tag Team Champions. And to me, the Shield is going to have a very, very tough time. But if the Shield manage to pull off the unthinkable and beat Daniel Bryan and the Brothers of Destruction, no doubt that there's going to be a tag team title match with Team Hell No and the Shield sometime in the near future. But you have to be careful, though, because The Undertaker and Kane, they haven't been around each other in a long time, and yes, there probably will be some ring rust, but remember, we're talking about Kane, we're talking about The Undertaker. Plus, on a serious note, speaking of The Undertaker, you guys have probably heard about The Undertaker's surgery, I think, after WrestleMania. So I don't know if that's going to take its toll on the match either. It's not often that The Undertaker comes into the ring and, shows up on Monday nights. I mean, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, I really don't want to see him. I'd rather see him till next year's WrestleMania or when it's appropriate to, see the dead man come in. But nonetheless, that's what's going to happen in tonight's main event. WWE Raw, it's going to be the Shield taking on Team Hell No and the return of The Undertaker. Will The Undertaker, Kane, and Daniel Bryan be able to defeat the Shield? No other team has been able to beat the Shield. Will they be able to pull it off? Or will you all believe in the Shield? Will you believe in Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose? I said I believe in the Shield, but they have a tough task in their hands. So guys, be careful. Because when you have Kane and The Undertaker together, it's one lethal, destructive combination. And even with Daniel Bryan, let's not overlook Daniel Bryan, because whether anybody likes it or not, he is a great wrestler. He's a submission specialist, and he can pretty much make anyone tap out. Simple as that. So that's what's going to happen tonight on Monday Night Raw. Now, there are a few things that I'm going to mention before I go ahead and leave. That is the whole thing with John Cena versus Ryback. My opinion on that. To me, the thing with Ryback turning heel, it's kind of not a big surprise, but at the same time, it's kind of a good thing for Ryback's career, because we don't know exactly where his career is going to go from here. I personally feel, in my opinion, that Ryback, he's not like a Goldberg, but I only wish that Ryback could be somewhere in an Intercontinental title scene or U.S. title scene, because I personally think that needs to happen. I mean, instead of Ryback trying to win the WWE Championship, which, let's be honest, it's really hard for a superstar like Ryback, or any superstar, to become WWE Champion, because to me, sometimes I think only the WWE and the board of directors and everyone else involved has a way of choosing of who should be champion and who should not be champion. That's why CM Punk was picked. That's why The Rock was picked. That's why John Cena was picked. I mean, to me, if anyone deserves to be in a title match, especially when it comes to the WWE Championship, I mean, obviously CM Punk is the first thing that comes to mind, but a lot of people really don't want to see John Cena or CM Punk go at it again for the championship. So I can kind of understand that. So who else could you possibly put in a WWE title match against John Cena besides Ryback? You know, this is tough, but I'm going to tell you exactly who I think should face off against John Cena. Kofi Kingston. Oh, yeah. If not, how about, let's see, if I could think of another wrestler. I mean, someone that's not a big-time star. Oh, God, I just thought of one. You know who I was just thinking of? And I'm going to say it because it's a main event talk. And it's... I just don't get it. I don't. It goes like this. Fandango. Fandango, the WWE Champion. Anyways, I'd love to give you my insight on Fandango or Fagdango, but let's just say, if anyone thinks that this dude, I mean, I'll be honest, Fandango has become this huge sensation, kind of like the way Daniel Bryan was, but at least Daniel Bryan can wrestle. And at least he's gotten the respect and the adulation of other fans. This whole thing with them doing this stupid dance all over the world and the theme song. Everyone's into his theme song, for crying out loud. All I know is I saw him wrestle against Santino Marella on Friday Night SmackDown. Okay? I'm impressed. A little. Not too much. But all I can say to you, Fandango, or let's go by his real name, Johnny Curtis. You have one WrestleMania win, a lucky win against Y2J Chris Jericho, arguably one of the greatest WWE superstars of all time, and a true rock star in his own right. Here's the thing, Fandango. You are just a one-hit bitch. That's the way I see it. Others are going to argue with me at this point, but it's only non-wrestling fans. The true wrestling fans like myself, hey, we don't give a fuck about what Fandango does. But you need to make a huge impact. Quit being a Dances with Stars wannabe and be a wrestler. The WWE is not Dances with Stars. Yes, it is sports entertainment. But here's the thing. Nobody cares if you dance. Nobody cares if you do hustle. It doesn't matter. You need to get your ass out there and wrestle. Show us what you have. If not, quit wasting our time. Just ask Alex Wright. Just ask the Disco Inferno. They had huge success. At least they can wrestle. You won't last, my man. You're not going to last. Well, guys, now that I've put my opinion out on Fandango, thank you for watching this edition of the Main Event Talk. Don't forget to check out WWE Monday Night Raw live from the UK. That's what's going to take place tonight. Also, check out WWE SmackDown on Friday nights. Check out TNA Wrestling Impact. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about that in the next episode of the Main Event Talk. Also, follow the Main Event on Twitter at twitter.com/@MainEventPlayer. You can also see me on Facebook.com/MainEventPlayer. Check out all of my pics from Instagram. Everything, including some latest stuff from WrestleMania that I haven't been able to post out yet, but it's going to be interesting to look at. So, guys, when you have the opportunity, also check out all of my latest YouTube shows, including a few from my good friends, Shattered Sun, called Shattered Sun Prank Calls. You'll love that. It's some funny shit. So, in the meantime, guys, take it easy. Have a good Monday. Check out Raw tonight. Why? The greatest line you'll ever hear on YouTube. Because I can and I want to. Any questions? Enough said. Fagdango.